what is a book or a couple books or some of your favorite books? And they can be financial or non-financial that have helped you along your journey.
Help me along the journey. I was thinking about this question when you asked one of your other guests before. I have so many books that I read.
You can give me a couple of them. What are some of your favorites?
I'll give you a few. One of the books that actually changed my perspective on wealth was The Millionaire Next Door. I actually found it an incredibly boring book, but from a perspective change, it helped.
Love that book.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't find it exciting, but I was like, wow, this I needed to see and hear from this author, because I think that fundamentally speaks to what you think about wealth, what's perceived out there as being wealthy, and then what truly is wealthy.
I put a lot of thought and probably way too much thought into that when reading the book. But then it dawned on me that, from the time we're born, we're being marketed to, right?
All the time.
From the day we're born, there's literal ads being made for kids, right? So we're being marketed to. There's another great book I read called Brand Wash, which talks about how brands, pretty much take control of us since we're kids. So we're taught wealth is one thing from the time we're born to the time we're adults. It is difficult to retrain your brain, because you think wealthy is, laying on yachts and having fast, and then you understand that the really wealthy don't even want you to know they have money.
Right, so exactly.
It's a whole different perspective. So that's a powerful book, though. So
yeah, definitely.
But that's why, we're marketed to 24/7, 365. You can't even get on your phone. You can't even check your email without an ad. It's ads in your email.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, they're stalking you to sell you stuff. And you really have to train. Actually, one of my other favorite books is the one I wrote. But I wrote about that in my book, Money on Purpose. There's a whole section on just advertising, and, how, as an advertising major, I was learning how to do that. Learning how to capture people's attention. And today, with the algorithms that are out there, it's even worse. All social media is basically one big old slot machine to get you addicted and to keep staring and looking so that they can just get better and better demographic information to make more ads more effective. So
Money on Purpose, where can the people go pick your book up at?
You can go to Amazon. You can grab it from Amazon. Money on Purpose is there. You can also go to my website, getinsightts.com.
And I'll put the link to that within the description, as well as the show notes for the people, so everybody can check it out. But that's good stuff right there. Any more books you want to bring up in terms of being your favorite?
Favorite books. The Bible is great for even finances. There's over 2,200 scriptures on money and work and possessions.
Yep.
I think Jesus talked more about that than he did about prayer. Literally, he did.
Listen, I'm with you, but let me ask you this question. How do folks feel when they hear you say that, right? Because some people may push back against that. Some folks out there may not like the fact that you say that.
Yeah, I don't know. Because it is what it is, right?
Okay.
That it's in there, and money is the thing that competes for our heart's attention all the time. So it's probably the biggest competitor against God. Is money and possessions and the perspective of power that comes with that. It's one of the greatest, I think, rivals, if there could be a rival, to God in terms of competing with our heart.
Yes.
So if you don't talk about money in the church, then you're missing a big portion of what people are forced to deal with every single day, and the temptations that are out there. And if you teach people how to actually overcome that, how to deal with that, how to see it, how to see through it, and to get to the things that are truly valuable, then you have a much more powerful people, because everything else in this world is all geared towards the opposite. It's geared towards making you worship money, geared towards making you devote your life to it. It's essentially gearing you to worship it consistently. So you have to talk about that, in my opinion. And so I do. I mean, I'm an ordained minister, and if
I could tell, I'm ready to pass the plate right now. You going in I could tell. Sheesh. That is something that I do
I don't shy away from talking about. I don't have
Okay.
a problem talking about it, and not in just the context of giving, which is
Mm-hmm.
typically how you when you associate the church and money, that's all people think about is giving. But no, how do you spend it well? How do you save it well? How do you invest it well? All of this is wrapped up in our faith too. So yeah, I don't have an issue with it, and
Mm-hmm.
I know other people might. But if you show me somebody's checkbook or their bank statement, I can show you their priorities.